Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Dreamfall Chapters, Book 2, sorry. Where is Bip? Is he here? Bip, you're right there. You literally blend in with the surroundings here.
The boy reminds me a lot of myself at that age. Orphaned, a street urchin living hand to mouth. Eager to get into all kinds of trouble. That was perfect. But remember, stealing is wrong.
You told me to steal.
In this case it was justified. But don't steal. You'll lose a hand or your head.
Here's the stuff.
Did he suddenly just make it for me? Okay, no, he's... We're still going.
Foreign herbs, soothing salves, ointments.
Ruddy ash and crimson crumb. Now, wow, there's a...
You said your father taught you how to make fire flowers.
Well, sort of. He made Bakshivan candles, and I watched him make them. But he never let me do it myself. Said it might blow my fingers off or burn my eyes out. But I can give you instructions.
Fair enough. What do I do first?
First, make the glowy balls. I don't know exactly how to make the glowy balls, but when my dad did it, the balls came out all glowy.
I've got the non-magical medicines your body needs.
What's this say? Oh, okay.
Toad testes.
Just want to see if he has any other things to say.
This is the tube where all the alchemical ingredients go, in order to make a functioning Bakshivan candle.
The glowy balls, huh?
This stuff is similar to our black powder, except it burns longer and slower. It's a potent explosive that can act as a propellant for both muskets and fire flowers. Red coloring.
Okay, so there's nothing to do with glowy balls.
From what I can recall of my alchemistry, essence of sunworm is produced by leaving the worms out in the sun until they blister and ferment, after which they're squashed and filtered into bottles. Essence of sunworm.
So maybe...
Combined with certain organic materials, it can produce a strong glow.
Good. Now you need to make the fire powder somehow. My father was never too clear on how that part's done. All I know is that it's powder that went psst when it was lit.
I'm sorry, what?
All that's left is to combine all the ingredients in a tube. That should be easy, right? You start with the fire powder at the bottom.
Oh.
And then the glowy balls on top, until the tube is full. That looks okay. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but there's only one way to find out.
And license, no sorcery.
Alright. Oh, why can we send this kid to... We really? You don't want to say thank you, or... Nothing? Okay. Thanks, kid. Oh, okay, he's following along. There's still more to do. I am going the wrong way. Hey, Bip.
I beg your pardon, Master. I don't talk to strangers, especially at night.
It's like looking into a mirror and a generation into the past, except with a blue face.
Okay. So we need this to be set off somewhere.
I must distract that guard somehow.
Got a feeling I need to hand this tube to the kid.
Here you go, boy. Now don't light this before I tell you to.
Oh man! I'll be careful, I promise. I can't wait to see how this one burns.
Use the fireworks to distract the guard away from that door.
Yes, yes. Hey, hey! Check this out.
Hey, what are you doing, child? That's magic. Magic's illegal. Come back here, you little shit.
Okay. Man, Bip, I hope you got away. I really do hope you got away.
What in Shadow's name are you? Apostle! You're dead!
He won't hurt you again, child. I promise. Leave. Do not come back.
My head's hurting. Why is my... What's happening? Who are you? Where's Ramin? Why am I tied to... Alvani. You're not dead. How in Shadow's name? I'll pay you. I'll make you wealthy. I'll get you a pardon from the tower and...
Shut your mouth. I need information.
What do you mean?
If you speak out of turn again, I'll cut off your dick and shove it down your throat. The raid tonight.
I don't know anything about a raid.
I cannot justify torture. I'll have to convince him to talk to me. Trust that he reveals the truth. He will lie. Unless I show him what happens when he does. Unless I cause him pain.
I don't know where exactly. I mean, I know torture bad and stuff like that, but usually real life torture doesn't work really at all. It does in movies, though. I don't know where how this game is gonna go, but we're gonna go threaten.
You believe you have more to lose by speaking to me. You're wrong. You've been consorting with a magical, a Dolmari, a child. You know the punishment for even one of those crimes is execution. All three, they will make an example of you. They'll string you up in the tower square. They'll sever your genitals, gouge your eyes out, dip your feet in molten metal. They'll make you suffer unbearable agony. You will plead for death. And death will come. But slowly. Slowly. Tell me what you know, or the tower will learn of your crimes.
There will be a raid. In the Magic Ghetto, before the sun rises tomorrow. I'm not part of it. I haven't been in the meetings, I don't know the details. But they plan to root out the rebels and the collaborators hiding in Old Town. Some they'll exile to the islands. Others they'll kill. As punishment for siding with the resistance, as a warning to others. That's all I know. I swear to it on my mother's office.
Let's go over this again. Tell me everything you know.
Please. Don't kill me. I won't tell anyone about this. About you. I can't. They'll execute me. I'll do anything. I'll spy for you. I'll feed you information from inside the tower. Just spare me. Please. For the love of the goddess, I beg you.
Oh, crap.
There's always a risk that he will reveal what happened here. But if I spare his life, he'll value to us.
See, that's one thing.
He has much to lose if he reveals what happens here. But I can't risk it. And his crimes are too grave.
See, my problem is I screwed up with... I screwed up with the... I don't want to kill people, even though your crimes are like really But I feel like at some point you will get what's coming to you somehow in some way. I don't know, because I screwed up. I mean, I don't know who the mole is. That's... I don't know. Yeah. Because I feel like we can use all the information that we get, because one, I pointed my finger at the wrong man, who wasn't the mole, and so the mole is still out there. In my head, I'm hoping that, like, this could help balance things out. That you better not go in here that kid again.
There's always a risk that he will reveal what happened here. But if I spare his life, he could be of value to us.
There is a risk, but then at the same time you threatened him with what? His crimes. No. There is a chance that no one's going to believe a rebel and magical. Wherever the fall lays, I just have to deal with the consequences.
But if I spare... Betray me, and the tower will know what you did. Even if they spare your life, I will find you, and I will make you pay.
Yes, yes! I swear on the first mountain. I won't speak a word of this. I'll give you all the information I come across, everything.
You'll return to this place every week to meet an agent of ours. Your guard will believe you still visit your girl.
Of course, Apostle. Thank you.
Shut up before I cut your tongue from your mouth. I'll release you now, but you'll stay here until your guard knocks on the door. We'll know the instant you break your oath.
I feel gross. At the same time, I don't want to play judge and executioner. Though, that's funny saying that considering I'm playing a game of choices and consequences.
Where's the guard?
He's in a mud cellar, stuck to his knees in Elgwyn dung. He'll be busy for a while.
You did good, Bib.
What happened in there? Did you get what you needed?
I did. Listen, you can't stay here in Old Town. The Azadi are coming.
I'm not afraid of the Azadi.
Nevertheless, you need to leave. I'll bring you to the Enclave, and you'll be safe with...
I'm not going anywhere. This is where I live. What if my parents come back? They'll be looking for me.
You're not safe here. I'm sure your parents would be happier knowing you're with us.
You just want to put me in an orphanage.
Wait. Shadow. Children.
The General is asking questions.
I've heard. We must find Kian before...
I'll make sure Harmy's attentions are directed elsewhere. Tonight's raid on the Magic Ghetto will be a good start.
What did he say?
The General tells me that my men are sticking to the story, but that some of the prisoners are spreading rumors. It's of little concern. They will not live to see another interview.
And arouse more suspicion. Don't be a fool, Vermont.
Don't ever call me a fool.
Then try not to act like one. Who else did he speak with?
The Warden.
What? I thought you were taking care of that problem.
You're the one who worries about arousing suspicion. I couldn't simply have him executed. There are laws.
And now the General has a witness.
An infidel's testimony can never be used against Trueborn.
But his words can fuel further investigations.
The General will soon have other matters to concern himself with. We're stepping up the deportations and we're close to completing the machine. After that, Kian's death will be low on his list of priorities.
And in the meantime, the General is pursuing leads.
Like I said, tonight's raid will distract him.
How so?
Because it won't go well. The rebels will strike. Many of his men will die, our forces will be on high alert, and, as Supreme Commander, it'll be Harmy's job to clean up.
He will blame you.
And I will take responsibility. And action. There will be little time for his investigations. By the time the situation is under control again, other matters will have taken precedence. We will keep the General's attentions elsewhere until our mission here is done. And then, no one
will challenge us. I hope you're right.
I always am. Come here.
This is not the time for...
I'm as hard as Nigali steel. This is exactly the time.
Wow, what a way with words you have there. Okay.
I apologize for being late, but I have important...
Every minute wasted could mean lives lost. Anu, can you tell us what you've learned?
Not a whole lot. No one's talking. There's not even a whisper of a raid. I'm starting to think maybe Ulvik's loose-lipped, drunken Azadi was merely a braggart. Also, merely a braggart? I've been around you guys too long. I'm starting to speak like a sullen warrior.
I went looking for our people in Old Town. They're standing by for my word. I don't want to pull them out of the city until we know for sure what's happening. Let's hope for their sake Anu's right, and there's no raid tonight.
The raid is taking place, just before sunrise. We still have several hours.
How did you come up?
Hey, Big Blue, let him speak.
The plan is to arrest as many magicals as possible, along with rebel sympathizers. It's a show of strength. They want us to be scared.
Where did you get this information, Kian?
From a trusted source. I met her here before we...
Mystery Woman! I remember Mystery Woman! Well, I remember you talking about Mystery Woman. She's a friend of Ulvik's, right? We can definitely trust her.
She told me about an Azadi officer who visits with an underage Dalmari girl. And she told me where to find him.
He was with a child? That's sick.
And did you find him?
I did. He told me that this will be their biggest raid on the ghetto so far. Given his rank and the precariousness of his situation, I believe him.
How did you get him to talk?
When he understood his predicament, he was perfectly willing to spill his guts.
I don't know.
Seriously? I mean, I'd much rather trust Kian's source than mine.
What if this source of yours is playing you for a fool? What if it's bait, meant to draw us out and distract us?
No Azadi would commit a mortal crime in order to set a trap. His soul is damned to the shadow for eternity.
I think we should listen...
Maybe your information is trustworthy, Kian, but I'm not willing to bet our position in Old Town on it. We'll tell our people to be vigilant. If there is a raid, at least they'll be forewarned.
You're making a mistake.
We'll know soon enough, Azadi.
Where's the officer now?
I let him go. He might prove a valuable asset in the future.
Will he not simply go straight to his masters?
I have information that would lead to his execution, should his commanders learn the truth. He'll keep his silence.
But you let a child molester walk free. Was that because he's one of yours? And because the Domari girl is just another filthy magical? I won't soon forget this insult, Azadi.
For what it's worth, Kian, I think you did the right thing. I mean, he deserves punishment for what he did to the girl, but to have a source inside the tower? This could change everything.
It's time we headed back to the Enclave.
Don't worry. At least we have a potential spy in the tower. The mission wasn't a complete wash. And don't mind Liko. He thinks that unless someone gets tortured, the information is worthless. That says more about him than it does about you, to be honest.
I figured Liko would be upset about that, but it's still, That was definitely not a decision that sits easy with me at all, honestly. I'll be really honest about that.
Who's there? You? However did you get here?